Hello world, Arcayu here, and today I shall be doing a tutorial on Tale of Toast. Now, Tale of Toast is a free MMO RPG that's recently come out, just a couple of months ago, and I've found a lot of people are having problems getting to grips with the game, so I decided to do a tutorial video. Today I will be going over combat. So let us get started. Okay, now that we are in Brightwing, I will go over the inventory, start of combat. You can access the inventory by using this menu button down here. Now, as you can see, some icons are flashing, but I will go over them in due time. So, first of all, we need to find the inventory button, which is up here. As you see, you can also access this using B, or you can also use I. B and I. Yeah. Now, depending on what you would want to use, you have a selection of weapons here that you can swap between. This can be done by either right-clicking or dragging and dropping to the slot. For this tutorial, I shall be using a bow. Not very often I use a bow. Okay, now I shall go over how to engage mobs in combat. As you can see, this bunny is just level 1 with 8 health, very low, and most probably an easy kill. Now for this fight I'm going to be using a bow as it runs away. Now, with each weapon you get different ranges. Because I'm using the bow, I can fight it from far away. Now, to fight, I would use the right mouse button and an auto attack would happen. That's the bow, and of course it's different for each weapon, so let's try the wand. When I find a bunny. Okay, now I will use the wand for combat. This is the same, similar to the bow, as it does not require any mana or arrows. As you can see, engaging this is actually very tough for me, as it is a level 3 compared to my level 1 character. Now, I am slowly, very slowly winning, but the best thing to do against these is to kite them, run away from them, engage in combat again, and then run again. Oh, as you can see, it actually stopped me for one combat round. You have to be very wary of this if you're a ranger or a mage, as this can really damage your HP. Now that I've slain it, I got a drop. You have to hover over, and as you see, the icon changes to a circle with the star in it. Use the right mouse button to pick it up. Now if you bring up my inventory using I, you'll find it there. But because it was a level 3 enemy that I killed, the drop is level 3, so I can't equip it by using it. As you can see, do not meet the requirements for this item. Now, on to the next part. The next part of combat I'm going to go over is selling the items you find. Now, you can sell them at any vendor. For now, I'm going to be using the blacksmith over here. The blacksmith does sell various weapons and armor that you can buy, but for now, we're going to leave it. As you can see, we have no gold, but by accessing the inventory, the usual way, you can bring this up. See, these items cannot be sold. As it is shown, there cannot be dropped and cannot be sold. However, the drop item which I got can be sold and will be sold for 7G. So by right clicking this, it gets sold and I get the gold. If I have accidentally sold something, I can go to buy back. I can right click it and buy it back for the same amount. But bear in mind you can only fit 5 items in here. If I was to sell a 6th, this item would vanish, which would be the first item sold. And now we're on to the next section. Learning to level up. As you can see, I have gained some experience from fighting bunnies and bats. I have 155 out of 250. You see this also shows the percentage of how much I've got. And the way you can see this is by hovering over the yellow bar. Now, I will engage several enemies in combat and level up. So, Forest Bunny. See another drop, use the right to pick it up. Now I will try to take out this bat now. If I run away from it now, there we are. A lot of the time in Tier 2 you will be counting mobs like this. It's much easier to level up in groups, but for now I am playing solo at a low level, so leveling up is quite easy. Right, as you can see, that enemy had its health reset. This is because I did not allow it to hit me. In order to get this right, you have to start the attack, take one hit, and then run away. This will reset the timer. Roughly it's about 20 seconds. 15-20 seconds. So, kiting, taking one hit, and then running away. Marvellous. Now as you can see, my whispers decided to start saying that I have skill points to use. Now I shall explain what these skill points are. Now you can access your skills and your stats from the main menu here, or by pressing K for your spells and abilities, which are your skills, and L, which are your stats. For now, we're going to look at stats. Now, depending on what you would want to do, you'll have a selection of stats. By hovering over them, you can see how much you get from each point, and what it does. So vitality is max health, strength is melee damage, defense increases both max health, but also increases your armor rating. Wisdom increases your magic resistance, your max mana, and your healing power. Range is used for ranged attacks. And magic governs magic skills and your resistance to the damage. This also increases your mana. For now I'm going to choose range. Now, at low levels you can reset for free. See, if I actually put one in wisdom, I can reset and put it into range. This also works for skills. So I can see I put 2 in there, I reset, and back to this. Now you cannot reset after level 10. So keep in mind, if you want to try out different skills, keep in mind that you won't be able to change it unless you buy a Scroll of Rebirth using the using crumbs. As you can see, I have 50. By pressing this, I can go to the crumb shop. Yeah, scrolls and rebirth. Stat reset scroll. Lovely. Now I shall go over using skills in your hotbar. Now, accessing your skills, you will get this. If you're melee, you can choose from the melee skill. Magic. There are your magic skills. This is both healing and damage. And range you can use with a bow. Now if we hover over, it shows you what can only be castable with. This needs a bow or crossbow. This one needs dagger, mace, staff, wand, And this row uses axes, daggers, maces, polearms, swords and shields. You can see on some of them it changes. So swords, polearms and daggers for this one. This one uses axes, maces, polearms and swords. As you can see, if you were to use a mace, you can use both melee and magic. For this purpose, I'm going to use range. One in this, and one in this one. Now, in order to use these, you can drag them down here to your skill bar and drop them. Like that. Very useful. Now, I will equip my bow. There we are. Now, as you can see, you have your numbers. You can use the number keys to cast. But for now, I'm going to target the enemy. In order to target without attacking, you can use the left button, which is also the movement button. Or, if you want to engage in auto attack, you press the right button and start attacking. See, I am dealing a good bit of damage now, as I have one more point in my range. Now I'll teach you how to use the skill. So you can either right click the skill and I'll cast it. So now I have the dragon sight for a minute, which gives me an extra +5 critical chance. I can also use the number button. So if I press 2, I cast Hemorrhage. That was an instant cast. It actually didn't turn me round, it was that quick. So as you can see, it dropped items. Now, treasure keys. I shall go over treasure keys in edit for video. Now as you can see, that bunny just picked up my items. The only mob in this game that can pick up items are these bunnies, the forest bunnies. If I was to kill it, see, this one's level 2, it's actually got a good bit more health. There we are. It actually dropped my items and the item that it had. So if I pick these up using the right mouse button, I check my items, they're all in there. Treasure key, the mace, and the bunny tooth. These items I will use to sell. Now I shall go over healing items. You will find a lot of these around. Here we have some magic cabbages. You find these magic cabbages just outside Brightwin. See, there's the trade supplier. There's the bank. There we are. And now if I travel over here, we will find cabbages. Look. A fellow beginner. See, I have gathered a good few cabbages. Now if we go into the inventory, we will find these items. So here, the magic cabbage will let me restore 20 mana. So I can eat one of them, it will give me 22 mana. As you can see, there is a timer on these, so keep that in mind. You can also not use food items in combat. I will demonstrate. Now I'm in combat and I need to heal. As you see, I cannot use this because I cannot use while in combat. If I use it again, I have to wait 11 seconds. There is also a button you can use to recover your health down here. Now you can press X or by pressing the icon. At the moment I'm gaining 2% health every 5 seconds. If I sit down, I will gain 10%. Now, this also recovers your mana even though it doesn't state. Remember this, if you are a ranger or a mage and you need mana, always remember to sit down or use food or potion items. Now I shall go over the use of the bank. This will be very important. Now if we go into the bank, which is here, you will find a banker. Now bankers are found in every town around Astaria. If you right click the banker, you'll bring up this box here, which is where you can store your items. Now I want to store my treasure key, so I'm going to right click the key and that will drop it in here. You can also drag and drop. Very useful. Okay, now we will go over PvP in Tale of Toast. Originally this game used to be a full PvP type of game, but with the most recent patch they've added in mobs. In order to turn on PvP now, you have to use this icon here, which enables World PvP. By clicking on it, you will get this box. Take note that you will lose your inventory and equipment on death, but that's only after level 10. They actually don't state it in here, but after level 10 you will start losing items on drop. I will demonstrate death shortly. So for now, I will enable it. This will give you this box here which says PvP enabled. This will allow other players levels 3 above or 3 below me to attack me, or I can attack them if they are 3 above and 3 below. So at low levels I should be alright. This is an excellent way to get an extra 25% experience from gathering and combat. So here's a bunny. Got 69 experience compared to the previous 50. It's actually really good. It definitely helps, but always be wary. There will be players out there wanting to kill you. In order to turn it off, you log off. Now I shall demonstrate death in this game. Okay, for this demonstration I will be unequipping my weapon. So now all I have is magic resistance and no weapon for extra damage, and I will engage this level 4 bat. As you can see, I'm dealing damage to it, but I will not be able to win. So if I keep fighting, I shall eventually die. There we go. As you can see, I have a respawn timer. As you see, at the moment I did not drop any items or lose any experience. This is because I am still level 2. So if I respawn now, it will take me to the graveyard that I was most recently near. And this is right. That concludes our training into combat. There are possibly other things I might have missed, but for now that is the most basic of basics. This is Archaeum, clocking off. See you next time. Now we shall get onto combat. Here we have a level 1 forest bunny, very low health at 8. Compared to me, that is a good bit. I have times 4 his HP at the moment. So to engage in combat, simply use the right. To engage in combat, simply use the right stick. Shit. How much this was from killing one of those level 1 bunnies. I got 50 experience. If I go down here, I killed one of those forest bats for 55 experience. Now, as you level up, it will become increasingly harder to... Shit. Take two. Now for this, I'm going to choose Hemorrhage. I'm going to put one in Hemorrhage and one in Dragonside. I shall now teach you how to use skills by dragging these skills down to the bottom you can place them. Let's retry that. Retry, reset. Options. I'm a smart person. Lock action bar off. Okay. Thank you for watching. If you would like to see any more videos from me, please like, comment and subscribe to 6th District Alliance, and I'll see you next time.